In today's world, it feels like chaos is the new normal. Markets swinging wildly, plans going awry, news feeds serving up a constant stream of drama. It's enough to make anyone feel like they're on a mental tightrope. But amidst this turbulence, there's a small, quiet group of people who seem almost magically immune to the chaos. Their portfolios might dip, but their confidence doesn't. Their projects might stumble, but their resolve doesn't waver. In a world where everyone seems to be losing their cool, they stand out not because they're stronger or smarter, but because they've mastered a way of thinking, a philosophy that's been around for centuries, Stoicism. Now, if you're thinking Stoicism sounds a bit like Stoic suffering or putting on a stiff upper lip, well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about understanding them. It's about making a conscious choice to let your thoughts, not your feelings, dictate your actions. And today we're diving deep into the heart of this ancient philosophy to unveil 10 simple yet incredibly powerful Stoic habits that will help you stay level-headed and in control, no matter what life throws your way. These aren't just habits, they're tools, mental and emotional armor that when worn daily can turn you into a force of nature that nothing can shake. So buckle up, my friends, and get ready to learn how to find your inner calm amidst life's storm. Number 1. Focus only on what you can control. This is the bedrock of Stoicism. You don't control the weather, traffic, or what others say or do. You can only control your own thoughts, actions, and choices. Focusing on what you can influence gives you clarity and peace. The Stoics understood that most of the things that upset us are beyond our power to change. And so they taught us to direct our energy wisely, investing our focus and effort only where it counts, in the things that are up to us. By practicing this daily, you train your mind to be unshakable. You learn to release the anxiety of trying to control everything, because you realize that true power comes from focusing on what's within your sphere of influence. 2. Embrace discomfort. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The obstacle is the path." That's a big part of Stoicism. Challenges and discomfort are seen as opportunities, not threats. Growth happens when things get tough, when you're forced to adapt and improve. Every uncomfortable situation is a chance to prove yourself, to expand your capacity to handle more in the future. Now, this doesn't mean you seek out misery. It means you embrace challenges when they come, knowing that they're shaping you into a stronger, more resilient person. You see, the Stoics believed that a life worth living is a life lived fully, even when it's hard. 3. Stay calm in chaos. When emotions threaten to overwhelm you, take a step back and breathe. This is the Stoic way of handling difficult situations. It's not about being cold or unfeeling. It's about being in control. As Seneca put it, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." When you're calm in the midst of chaos, when you don't overreact, you gain the upper hand. You become capable of making clear, rational decisions rather than being tossed about by the winds of uncontrolled emotions. This is the essence of emotional mastery, a habit that the Stoics cultivated through meditation and self-reflection, and one that you can cultivate too. 4. Expect setbacks always. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity, as the saying goes. But in reality, luck has little to do with opportunity and everything to do with preparedness for what can go wrong. The Stoics planned not just for success but also for setbacks. They knew that failure was inevitable, and they prepared for it mentally and practically. By expecting setbacks, you remove their power to shock or paralyze you. You're ready to adjust your course and keep moving forward. It's a habit that turns obstacles into stepping stones and keeps you resilient in the face of whatever life throws at you. Number 5. Let go of attachments. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. You see, as Epictetus said, "It is not poverty to want little. It is riches to need little." When you attach too much importance to external things like possessions, status, or even relationships, you're setting yourself up for potential heartache. Those things are outside of your control. But as a Stoic, you focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions. Detachment isn't about indifference. It's about freedom. It's the ability to pursue what's right without being swayed by fear of loss or change. Remember, nothing is truly yours except your character and your choices. Everything else is at best borrowed. Treat it that way and you'll find a deeper sense of peace and power. Number 6. Pause before reacting. In the words of Seneca, all the time you have is now. While it's true that some people seem to react instantly without thinking, the Stoics knew that every moment was precious. It's not just the quantity of time that matters, but how you use it. The difference between reacting and responding, between acting on impulse and acting intentionally, is enormous. A Stoic takes a moment before responding, a moment to weigh the consequences, to consider the best course of action. This pause, this silence, is where power is generated. It's the space between stimulus and response where you choose who you want to be, what you stand for. It's not about being slow or overthinking things. It's about being intentional, letting reason guide your actions instead of letting emotions dictate them. Remember, you always have a choice. Respond, don't react. 7. Practice daily reflection. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, you could look at the present moment as a fresh start, a new beginning. Every day is a new opportunity to practice Stoic wisdom, to learn, to grow, to be better. But how do you do that effectively? By reflecting on your actions, your decisions, your reactions. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well? What could I have done better? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about honest self-awareness. It's about treating each day like a page in the book of your life and reviewing it honestly and thoroughly. This practice makes you more self-aware, which leads to more self-control. It helps you spot patterns, understand your weaknesses, and appreciate your strengths. It's the difference between drifting through life and directing it. Number 8. Don't chase approval. In a world that thrives on likes, comments, and shares, it's easy to get caught up in the need for approval. But as the Stoics knew, this need can lead to trouble. When you're constantly seeking validation from others, you're handing them the power to influence how you feel about yourself. You're essentially outsourcing your happiness. And as Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, you don't need others to make you happy because you were not put on this earth for that purpose. You were put here to be the best version of yourself, to live virtuously and authentically. When you stop chasing approval, when you stop caring about what everyone thinks, you free yourself to make choices based on what's right, not what's popular. You become confident, not in an arrogant way, but in the sense of knowing that you don't need the world to tell you that you're worthy. That's a kind of freedom that's truly liberating. 9. Train the mind like a muscle. Just as the Stoics disciplined their bodies, they also trained their minds. They knew that the mind was the most powerful muscle of all. Seneca said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This is why daily practices like reading, writing, facing fears, and practicing mindfulness are so important. They build mental resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from mistakes, and to keep going when things get tough. It's not about being perfect, it's about getting back up when you fall, dusting yourself off and starting again. Mental resilience isn't something you find, it's something you forge, and the materials for that forge are daily practice, honest reflection, and a willingness to grow. 10. Live with intention. Marcus Aurelius had a simple rule: act as if you were living your last day on earth. It's a powerful reminder to live each day to the fullest, to live with intention. When you wake up, ask yourself, what do I want to do today? What can I contribute? How can I be better? It's not about creating a to-do list. It's about aligning your actions with your principles, with what you stand for. When you live intentionally, you're not a product of circumstances. You're a creator of your life. You don't just react to what happens. You shape it into something meaningful. You find purpose in the little things, in the connections you make, in the work you do. And that's what gives life its richness, its depth, and its meaning. So there you have it. 10 powerful Stoic habits that can help you navigate the chaos of modern life with grace and resilience. Remember, it's not about becoming emotionless or suppressing your feelings. It's about understanding and managing them, about finding the right balance between action and reflection, between discipline and freedom. The Stoics weren't born that way. They learned it. They practiced it. And so can you. Start with small steps. Embrace the discomfort of growth. And over time, you'll find yourself becoming more resilient, more adaptable, and more in control of your life. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, it's not events that disturb us, it's our judgments about those events. So choose your thoughts, choose your habits, and in time you'll shape your life into something truly extraordinary.